I need to hang on, I think, at least for a couple seconds for the way these algorithms work before I say, ho, 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 you beautiful bitch. Welcome to fucking leg day. So we're going to be doing legs today at the normal spot, and it is pretty dead in here, so I don't think we're going to have too much trouble getting anything. We're going to do this bad boy, this leg curl, 4 sets of this, moderately heavy weight, 6 to 8, and we're just going to get into it. All right, well, we can clearly go up. Okay. Woo! I don't even know how many that was, but it was more than I wanted. So we're going to move this bad boy on down. I try not to go super heavy off rip with something like this, just because in my head, it's probably not the best way. It's probably going to make me pull something. So I'm not young and spry, or as young and spry as I once was. So I can't really do that. But 3 more sets of this. All right. Made a decent jump, 20 pounds. Whew. Oh. Dude. Oh, man. All right, I'm good with saying there, dude. My nether region was getting ground all up against this thing. Very uncomfortable. That's my one thing I don't like about this machine. It'll mess you up. And it's very distracting. Not in a good way. It's like, oh, oh, oh. Whew. 2 more sets. Let's go. Woo. Man. Woo. All right, one more. Jeez. Ooh, that's feeling pretty dang good, though. I'm really liking this today. Feeling strong, feeling energized, and yeah, dude, which is weird because I left work feeling kind of like at the end of the day, I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go, but very pleased so far. Okay, this angle is for my friend Joey, who I know will greatly appreciate it, as he is an avid supporter of the channel. Oh. Oof. Okay. Impromptu drop set. Boom. Okay. All right. All right. That's enough. Let's do something else. Woo. Whoa. All right. After the old, I'll give you my machine if you'll give me yours. The switcheroo. We got this leg extension. 4 sets. Moderately heavy weight. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll go up. Don't know. Whew. Feel like, I wonder. No, that's where we're normally at. I don't know why I felt a little bit more loose. Oh my God, did that hurt? Wow. But hey, we did more reps than we thought, so we can definitely go up. Christ. Oh my God. That burn. And I was putting my feet, pointing them outward. Even though it's like I could do this, I started put my legs out, but like when I do that, woo! This burns way more. Ooh. All right, 3 more sets. Okay, we increased the weight. Oh, yeah, we did. Surely we did. Oh. Oh. Oh, don't drop the weight like I did. That was bad on me. But, oh my God. Even in pain, it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. Don't do it until things break. But, whoo, my Lanta. Let's go up a little bit more. That was feeling pretty good. So, 2 more sets. Happy with that. Dude, this has been primo. All right, Otravez. Oh my God. Dude, that was a delayed shock. Whoa. Woo. Oh. Oh, we almost full stacked this thing finally. We used to only be able to go up like halfway. And then that was like, whoa. But now we're making moves. Making moves. Excuse me. 1 more set? I think it's 1 more. All right. Last set, and I think we're going to go try to do RDLs. Okay. All right. Yup. Done with this for the next 4 days. Oh my God. All right. Let's clean this off. All right, guys. My quads right now are like, whoa, very full. So I felt like instead of RDLs, we'll do like 3 sets of squats. Nothing too crazy. I just finished a set of 135 just to kind of get the feeling, get kind of warmed up in that movement. So we'll I throw on 225. We'll try this. Again, trying to get to 8 and no plate. So I'm going to have a little bit of a wider stance. I won't be able to get as low. Should still be able to get to parallel, but not ass to grass, which you don't necessarily need to go ass to grass. You know, if you're going to do a lift in a competition, you need at or below parallel. So if you're getting to parallel, you're pretty good. So we're going to try that, see how it goes. Whew. Oh. Oh. Wow. Okay. There we go. Oh, my Lanta. Woo, more than I expected. Maybe we'll add a little bit more weight. 2 more sets. All right, we add an extra 50. See how this goes. Whew, man. That was a little much. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Woo. There we go. Not bad. Woo. I'm curious to see how that looked on the way back or when I play it back. Because while I was doing that, the weight was bringing me down. And I found like kind of, if I have trouble getting down into a squat, heavy weight kind of forces me there. But it's really trying to focus on like pushing away with my feet and just keeping that strong upright back as much as possible. So, whew, man, one more. Jesus. All right, one time, this was my greatest rival. And now, hopefully it's an adversary. Man, I am tired. Oh, dang it. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Ooh. There we go. Oh my Lanta. Oh. Jesus. Oh. That's it. That is it. Ooh. Man. Ooh. Man, I think that's it for me, guys. Or is it? All right, we're gonna try this. It is 345, which according to a calculator online, this should be my 1 rep max. So let's see how it goes. Whew. Ooh. Ooh. It'll be all right. Okay. All right. This is what we're gonna do. We gotta add more, guys. Whew. All right, here we go. We have Cardi B up playing, just like this weight. It's gonna go up. This is 365. Now this is like the most I've ever done barbell, like hands down. This could even be the more than the most I've ever done, even like Smith machine. But let's try it. Ooh. I'm a little nervous, but it's okay. It's where the men become, or the boys become men. This is where the boys become men. We're getting strong. Whoop. All right, not gonna press my luck. Woo. Hopefully that was deep enough. If not, I kind of don't care. We went down, back up, and we moved more than 2 inches. And trust me, I know what 2 inches is. So now we're gonna re-rack all this, go do something else. Okay, guys, I completely forgot about doing RDLs, and I was like, yeah, you can have this. And yeah, so we don't have the spot. I'm not gonna do dumbbell RDLs because I'm at a weight that with RDLs that dumbbells I will get a decent burn, but like my back and arms and forearms just holding the thing are gonna fatigue like way sooner just with dumbbells. And plus, I also like the barbell one more. So we're gonna do this. We never do this. I think I might have had this recorded like twice, but 3 sets might go up in weight. We'll see. Whew. Oh. Oh. Okay, wow. Jesus. We'll add a little bit more weight. But you know what? Hey, if oh my God, I can't even think. Ooh, I'll see you at the next one. Oh. All right, we threw on an extra 50. Ooh, man. Oh my God. Oh, I'm lightheaded. Woo! Holy Christ. All right. Oh, one more. Really trying to squeeze the glutes at the top. Oh, man. Woo, my chest is pounding. Oh, one more set. Oh, Travez. Ooh. Oh, also, no, this is the same weight. Yeah, this is the same weight. Try to bring the feet in. Ah! Oh. I am done. Oh my God. Let's go do something else. Oh. All right, we're gonna try to snag a thumbnail. We did do the lunges back and forth, and I didn't record it. I did two sets, so down, back, because there's a bunch of people. But I think that's about time for us. So trying to snag a thumbnail, something that looks kind of decent. I feel like I'm in like a shady spot. The lighting could be better elsewhere. Maybe we'll do this. Move y'all over there. Oh. Ooh. Whoop. Ooh. Let's see. What else? Maybe could that be better? Something there? Oh. Let's see what we can manifest over here. Maybe this is the spot. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, there I am. All right. Optimal closeness. I don't know if that transfers, but all right. I'll see you in the car. Once again, hello from the shadows. And to be honest with you, I already left the gym. I just had to stop at the grocery store to get some cupcakes for Jody's birthday. So, but nevertheless, yeah, can let me here at the dog park. But the workout was great. Dude, that was a solid leg day. Again, that's where the boys become men. And I say that because, dude, squatting sucks, leg day sucks. and see what a boy would do, and they'd be like, I don't want to do it, and they wouldn't do it, right? And they would just continually skip it. But men, even when shit's uncomfortable and even when it's not fun, hey, they're doing what needs to be done. And that's what we did here today. So we are transformed. I was a boy before today, now I'm a man. Just kidding. I'm still kind of a child. But nevertheless, that was pretty good. And for once, I kind of have something that I wanted to talk about. Okay. This little run group, these pedestrians are going to protect my car from any cars coming across the road because they're all lit up and whatnot. It's kind of neat. That looks like fun. That looks like fun. I want to be a part of that. But so I wanted to touch on this. So I was asked yesterday, like, yeah, I don't see. Someone asked me, like, hey, how do you stay or how do you get motivated to go to the gym or like exercise? Like, how do you do it? Because he was talking to me. Guy's name is John. He was like, he's got so much going on that it's just kind of tough to, like, oh my God, like the time that you do have available, it's like, I'm not going to go to the gym. So he's like, how do you do it? And I was like, I was honest. I said, hey, there's plenty of days where I don't want to go, right? There's days I'm not feeling it, but I go anyway. And it didn't start off like that. Like, I had to basically go every single day. And really, it took me going that once. And then I was like, you know what? I just made it a part of a routine. I knew that during a time of instability, because he had a whole bunch of shit going on, moving and everything. And, in times of uncertainty, for me, there was a point I didn't know where my next dollar was coming from. I didn't know if I was going to be able to pay my rent. I didn't know if I'd be evicted. I didn't know if, I was going to have a place to live. There was a lot of unknowns, and it wasn't that long ago. But I told him, you know what? It might seem like you're so stressed out that it's like the gym is the last thing that you can do, or really any physical activity. But for me, even in the chaos where I knew that, man, I all these unknowns, the one thing I did know was that every day I would get up and at about 10 o'clock I'd be at the gym. I knew that. Let me get some more light. I knew that. That was like not a question. And that really kind of helped me stay sane and keep my head up, because it might sound silly, but just having that one thing at the time that was certain, it was like enough for me to like just keep going. And despite all the stresses, I managed to go to the gym every single day, because like I need to keep to this routine. I need to keep going with this as much as I can, because it's all I got, really. At the end of the day, it's all I got. And that really helped motivate me in a sense. I don't even think it was motivation. It was just like I didn't really give myself an out. I would sleep in my gym clothes, so I would just get up. And this was especially true when I was going to the gym at 5:30 in the morning before work, when I got a job. I know where my next dollar was coming from. There were times where I would go before work at like 5:30 in the morning, and I would just have my clothes already ready, be in them. I would go to the gym, bring my clothes for work, I would shower, and then head. You want to choose to turn at the last second. What are you doing, bro? Come on. You want to choose at the last second to fucking turn. I don't get it. But I would bring my clothes to work, and or bring my clothes with me, and then I would just shower at the gym. There was a time where I showered more at the gym than I did my own house, right? So I would wake up, go to the gym, shower, change, and then go to work, and rinse and repeat. So what I did was I removed barriers, because he was like, you get home off work and you're like, oh, maybe you don't want to go back out, and it's like, oh, I gotta change, and then I gotta get there, and then I gotta do it, and then I gotta get home, and then like all these things, and it really just increases the it makes it more difficult because you have all these barriers, like then I gotta do this, and then this, then this. Those are all barriers to what you want. So I removed those barriers. I made it as easy as possible. Basically, I removed any excuse that I could have generated. I removed it. It was just not possible. So then I knew it was like if I was trying to reason my way out of it, I was making an excuse because I made it so simple for myself, you know? And that would involve me going to, you know, at first I was kind of rigid, you know, I couldn't not go at 10, but then I had to. And I got to a point after going every day that I just got so used to going. At first, changing the time was difficult, but now I've gotten to a point where I'm able to go at different gyms at different times. But again, that didn't happen overnight, you know. And you know, he knows that like I lost a shit ton of weight, and he was like, dude, it's incredible, you know. I don't know how you did it, and this is something that I kind of wanted to share, but you know, I have seen what not doing these things, and you don't have to take it to the level that I take it to or any of the people you see online, right? If you're not active at all, do something, at least something small, some little thing that's just gonna move your body, because if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. And growing up, my mom was really overweight. Never knew my mom to be anything but overweight. And I'm not talking like, oh, she's a little heavy. Like, she was very overweight, right? And that's kind of how I grew up, eating that same food and kind of that same sedentary, well, I wouldn't say same sedentary lifestyle, because I liked being outside because home was scary. So I had a pretty big motivator to be outside and be active. But just the eating and just like sitting, like I've seen what that does to somebody. You know, my mom struggled with her weight her whole life, and there was periods where she would go to the gym. She would work out a little bit, or she would do like what's it called, jazzercise. She used to like jazzercise back in the day. But dude, there was like, I'm talking, you gotta park close to the grocery store, because just the walk from the car to the grocery store would have her winded. She would be dripping sweat in the grocery store, walking around with the cart, walking and doing anything like that you and I probably take for granted. It was an immense challenge for her because of her weight, and she couldn't get it under control. And and especially like you smoke on top of that, dude, she could not breathe. She couldn't sleep. You know, sleep apnea is a silent killer. And if you are overweight, there's a good chance that you might actually have sleep apnea, because all that extra weight just on your body makes it hard to breathe, and it made it really hard for her to breathe. She wouldn't sleep very well, so she would sleep all throughout the day whenever she could. And it was just depressing. Like, she had a ton of mental health issues and struggled with depression her whole life, but her lifestyle did not make that any easier. And I think she was aware of that. And I'm not saying that it's easy to change, but you gotta, dude, I'm telling you, if you don't, let me tell you what happens if you don't change these things. It's a scary road. Okay, we're talking being unable to move, being unable to breathe, possibly getting diabetes. Hey, that goes unchecked, you're gonna have to take a limb. You know, people lose their limbs from diabetes. She had heart issues and like issues with her arteries, all that high cholesterol, those super fatty foods, and too much food. It just like, it wears on you, and it just gunks up. Picture, you want to know what it does? Picture you drive your car and you never change your oil. How gunky that your engine would get from never changing your oil. That's what happens to your arteries. I'm not even joking. That's what happens to your arteries when you're eating a poor diet and you have a ton of, like, your diet is full of high cholesterol, high fat foods, you know? And it got to a point where she couldn't even breathe. You know, just like sitting there and just moving from her room to another room in the house was just trouble for her. And she had poor mobility. She couldn't really walk too well. I mean, she could walk. She wasn't wheelchair bound or anything, but just getting around the house, and we lived in a small house, that was very difficult for her. And ultimately, it was those lifestyle choices that led to her untimely demise. You know, you don't really think about it, but picture this, like, if you continue on the path that you're on, you know, if you somebody that like really needs to get their health in check, dude, dying at 54 years old, is that what you have in mind? And it's not even like a happy, fulfilling 54 years. A lot of that time was spent just like stuck because you can't really get around it. It's so difficult. You wind up opting out of things because it's just a challenge for you to move around. And it just will make you spiral down into probably the deepest depression that you may ever experience. And it's just not something that you really want. So growing up and then as an adult seeing that, I did not want that for me. And for a while that was me, and that was kind of scary. But then, you know, there was a point where it all came, you know, I started jujitsu shortly beforehand, and then a couple months later she passed away. And I would say seeing that definitely made it easier to continue to go. And that's because I saw what happened. You know, having a heart attack at home when no one's there, you know, like out of nowhere, you know, just telling you guys, it's not the way to live. It's like you're killing yourself. So do it for you. And if you're not going to exercise for you, if you're not going to eat better for you, do it for somebody who loves you. I always say to stay beautiful and that you are loved. And I mean it, because somebody out there does love you. Okay? So you got to take care of yourself. If you're not going to do it for you, do it for them. Okay? Eventually, you might get to a point where you are doing it for you because you want to be around, you know? But like, look, when or if I get married, guess who's not going to be there? Her. If I have children, guess who's not going to be there? Her. Any future life milestone, buy my first house, guess who's not going to see it? Guess who's not going to be there? Her. Do you think she would have wanted it that way? No. Even though we had a tumultuous relationship, I know that she would have wanted to experience those things. And yeah, she didn't get to. And a major reason is because of her diet and lifestyle choices and her lack of exercise and just being overweight for so long, you know, and it sucks. And that could happen to anybody. I never imagined that would happen to her, but it did. So if nothing else, you know, I hope that if you make it this far, take that and what I'm saying, I hope you take something from that and like it helps you create the change, because I'm telling you, you will die young. That is almost a guarantee. You will die young, and if you don't, you're going to be miserable. So, you know, I guess that's how I stayed motivated and like how I keep going and why, like, you know, despite everything, I'd much rather be miserable, be like, fuck this workout, like, I don't want to squat, I don't want to do this, I don't want to bench today, which is, you know, you're here, but like, I don't want to bench today, I don't want to do these RDLs. Well, you know what, I might not want to do that, but I don't want to be, but you know what, I would like even less to be stuck in a chair, unable to breathe, hating myself because I've let myself get to this point. And you know what, if that's you, I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to stay that way. It really doesn't. The sooner you make a change, and it doesn't have to be a big change, start with smaller changes, okay? Smaller changes are going to be easier to stick to. It's less less for your mind to adjust to. All right, if you're someone like me that's like, I gotta go balls deep or else it ain't gonna stick, do it. If that's you, do it. But you don't have to do that. So little changes help, but start now, because you never know. One day it actually might be too late, and then there'll be nothing that you can do about it. So anyhow, I know it might have been a little dark, but you know, I hope that this message finds you, and yeah, I hope that you can take something from it. So on that note, I'm gonna let you go. I'll see you tomorrow for It's Chest and Tries on Friday. Sweet. So I'll see you tomorrow for that. Remember to stay beautiful and that you are loved. And I will see you mañana. And oh, if you're watching this, I love you, Mom.